Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Bruno. Also coming here with Ashton Cox. Say what's up, Ashton.
Hello. I'm very excited for this video. We love a very mild controversy, you know what I mean?
I don't know what you're talking about. All of these will just be based. Nobody will ever have a bad opinion either. But,
true. Yeah.
But yeah, so I put this tweet out a couple days ago, and I thought it might be fun to review some opinions that people have. So I brought Ashton along with me because he's been around for a while. Some of them are older takes that I'm going to rely heavily on you, Ashton, for people be like, oh, megas were awesome or something, because I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, the whole thing was what VGC opinion will you defend like this? So I'm just going to start pulling replies and quote tweets, and we're just going to see where this winds up. People have funny things to say on the internet, and we're about to explore that. So
I was gonna say I'm not spoiled at all here, so I'm going into this without seeing any of these. So.
I literally just blew this up and just took the first one that was showing up, and we're just going to scroll down. So yeah, we're both going in kind of cold on this, even though I've seen them pop up through my feed the past week or so. But first one is from Happy Duck JJ. Terra is probably the most problematic mechanic we've had, objectively worse for the game than Dynamax. That is, I mean, we're starting out steep here.
Yeah. I think I'm in a really weird boat here because I've been playing for a long time, but I don't know. I think that at least with Terra, you don't get any more stats. I think what made Dynamax so broken was that you could provide stats to your whole board, and they didn't deserve those stats. They didn't do anything for those. So I'm gonna have to disagree personally on this one. I don't think Terra is perfect by any means. I'm not a Terra defender, don't get me wrong, but yeah, no, Dynamax was crazy. I think it's recency bias, if I had to say.
I was about to say that because I feel like this take, it feels very Reg I centered, where it's just Terra feels so bad in Reg I because it's cool, man, your Calyrex that was weak to 7 things is now weak to 2 because it's a Terra Water Ice Rider or whatever. Your Problemons are just no longer Problemons, and just it feels like it multiplies in the higher powered formats to me.
Yeah, and again, they're right. I think Terra is slightly problematic, if you want to call it that, but oof.
I think it's problematic right now, but I think overall it's probably the best mechanic we've had. As far as just a balance thing. I would definitely
say I think that is contributed to by open team sheet. Imagine if you were in closed team sheet and your opponent got you with a Terra, we'd all be online saying it's a problematic thing.
Yeah, it also multiplies. If you're an on-cart ladder warrior, you could, especially right now with this format, you could feel this a lot more than you would maybe previously. I don't know I don't think it's worse than the game than Dynamax. I didn't think Dynamax was that bad. There's some Dynamax people. We'll have some Dynamax takes in here soon, but I didn't think Dynamax was that bad. So, okay, that's an interesting one.
Ready for the next one? Start it off, yeah. The El Clasico.
You see this? Using the acronym VGC for everything instead of correctly using competitive Pokemon is annoying and just lazy terminology. Oh man, So I feel like competitive Pokemon is the overall sphere, which isn't just the video game. It's the card game. It's I was gonna say Pokken. That's not a thing anymore, competitively at least. But it's Unite. It's Go. That's all competitive Pokemon. Even singles and Smogon and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Especially was the singles. We're all competitive Pokemon, so I don't like that. Yeah, I think the minute you try to lump it in, people will get confused, and I think that the reason we go by VGC is so that people know what we're talking about. I think it's even more important.
Yeah, we know it's double battles.
We always say VGC Reg H or whatever. That's even more important. I think we need more distinction.
I agree. Okay, I'm glad we're on the same page on that one. That one's easy.
Yeah.
This one, I remember seeing this one originally, and I thought this was a hot one. VGC coaching is a waste of money 9 times out of 10. There, I said it. All right, Infinity G. Let's get into it.
Interesting. I got some takes on this one.
Yo, go for it. Go for it.
So, I'm saying this, and I mean it very literally. I'm not dropping any names because I don't have any. I have no people this is targeted at. This is, again, a more of a blanket statement that this is just kind of how I feel about it. I personally think a lot of people overcharge. I have no examples for that. I know, as someone who has done coaching, I'm like, what would be useful? And then it's like, you and I have worked for a while.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Gosh, imagine how many hours we've talked. Let's just say hundreds, probably at this point, right?
Yeah.
And we still have so much we're working on. And so for me, the idea that someone could talk to someone one time and make an impactful difference is a bit crazy. So I like longer, I like longer sessions. I like longer anything. And I think that some people just don't go into it with that mindset. They're just going in it to make a quick buck. So I don't know. Again, that really is genuinely not directed at anyone, but yeah. I think that has to be an intention behind it. That like you gotta care about the person you're working with enough that you can. I don't know. It's a bit of rambling aside to say that I don't think it's a waste of money 9 out of 10 times, but I think that it does need a little bit of reworking maybe in how people approach it, on both sides. Honestly,
I kind of agree. It's weird because without coaching, I mean, we probably never would have hit it off because you kind of helped me you helped me get started and get going. It's a waste of money depending on how you go into it, I think. If you go into it being like, okay, I'm going to do coaching with this person and they're going to make me like them, you're wasting your money. If you go in with direct motives where you're just like, hey, you are a coach that is known for running this kind of archetype. I have this team. I have this idea. I need help against beating that archetype. I don't think it's necessarily a waste of money. Especially, it could be in a way, but like, I think if you have bigger aspirations and mainly in disposable income, it might not be.
Yeah, I mean, here's an example I do have. I think that a really good example of someone I've seen do that really well is Underhill. I think that what you do with Underhill, where you go to him with his team and ask him for advice on his team, I think that that's an example of a really positive coaching experience. Like every time you tell me you guys are talking about stuff, I'm like, oh, that sounds really productive. That sounds really great.
Well, what's funny to that is I went to him. I'm just like, hey, Reg G's back. I want to run your Electabuzz team. And the first thing he told me was, don't do it. He's just like, dude, the team's not good anymore. He's like, it was just a cool meta call for NAIC. It's like, I don't think it's really good. I'm like, dude, I think I can still pull it off though. Like, I think it's decent. And he's like, dude, I'll help you if you want me to help you. But I just want to get that out of the way. I'm like, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. And I mean, and it worked. Like, he helped me a lot. I mean, he was very vital to my season, especially for the whole Reg G format pretty much up until Atlanta. Like, because that team just started feeling very bad at the end. And I think I pushed that team farther than I probably should have. But no, like he was massive help for that, and I definitely appreciate him for it. And I don't think it was a waste of my money because I got a lot out of it, both for results wise, but also for like mentality and things going forward. Even though he told me not to use that team.
Yeah, and I mean, I think a lot of that too, like you were saying, is like you had the right mindset, and I think that is a big part of it. I would still say it's 50-50. I think it is 50-50 with some people just really being like, oh, I top 16 to regional, here I come, or like whatever.
Yeah, but if you go into it thinking you're going to get instant results, like it is a waste of money.
Yeah, on both ends, but
yeah.
Not that hot of a take. I think their 9 out of 10 is a bit overboard, but it's a very, very good conversation starter there.
That's a really good one. That's an actual hot take. Man, this one might be more up your alley, Ashton. This one's a hot take. VGC was more fun when the community was more smaller and tight-knit. Everyone could know everyone. Now it feels too big to feel like a real community.
Yeah, that you know what? I did see that one. That was one of the few that popped up on my timeline, and I saw it, and I was like, thinking about it, because yeah, I've been playing since 2010, 2011 here. And yeah, I definitely see where they're coming from.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I mean, I'll play somebody, and I'll be sitting down and I'll be like, oh sweet, I don't know this person, and then one of my friends will walk over and be like, oh, you didn't know that's the 6-time regional blah blah. He went to I don't know. I just like there's so much information that even if we're gonna go in terms of just like knowing everybody and feeling connected, it's harder. I guess my overall take is like I wouldn't necessarily say it's a bad thing. Like I wouldn't say that it was more fun necessarily, just to use the exact words that the original tweet used. But I definitely do agree that it is something that has happened. Because I mean, another great example is if you remember back from when I had that regional with the Max Attack Lunala, right? The stream was so small. Like I love the official Pokemon streams, don't get me wrong, but like there's something special about just being able to sit at the back in the caster's table and just be like absolutely chilling. Like it was so unofficial, and I think that made it fun, but that didn't really have anything to do with community size. I think it had a lot more to do with community support, which I would never go back. I would never take back any of those great things Pokemon's done for us. So yeah, I would say I think it's more fun now, but the community has grown, so it's harder to know everyone. I wish I could know a lot more players than I do, but it's kind of unavoidable with growth. I mean, I'm glad the game's growing, right? Can't complain there.
Yeah, I feel like it's a thing of like, I understand where they're coming from, like it being like the kind of small little niche community. Everybody kind of knows everybody's just really cool, right? It's kind of like it feels grassrootsy in a way, and that's pretty cool and special. But like we're at a place right now where we just have so much growth so fast, and that's just really exciting for us, right? Because we're seeing increased money, we're seeing increased payouts and stuff, like more opportunity. You're seeing bigger name, like people come out of nowhere, like a Justin Tang, and just explode and become like a big name, their bestie. I mean, like, I don't know. It's cool. It's like, do you value like the smaller part of it, or do you want it to be something big and special? And not saying it's not special if it's little, because it feels special, but only to those people. But like, I feel like we're almost on the precipice of becoming like almost a real esport. We're trying to, I think. And
that's true. Yeah, I totally agree.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like everybody kind of also knows everybody these days. I mean, there are more people sprouting up, like you're saying. But like, I feel like everybody kind of knows everybody these days. Twitter has kind of connected everybody to an extent, and limitless tournaments. We all kind of know that people like. It's all good. This is an interesting take. I see where they're coming from, but.
Yeah, that's the thing. I see where they're coming from. I don't necessarily agree better or worse, but I definitely understand. Personally, knowing this player, because they're back from my time, I understand why they would feel that way. That's basically what basically what I would say.
All right, next one, which is going to start a trend probably of these eventually. Reg G was the best format. It's not Reg H, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I'm biased. I like Reg. Not Reg. It's not Reg I. I liked Reg H a lot. But you know me. I like lowered power formats. I didn't hate. I'll say this. I hated Reg G 1.0. I didn't hate Reg G 2.0. It felt better when it came back around. But I still didn't really love it. It's not like one of my top 3 or 4 or 5 favorite formats.
Yeah, I think, you know what, for this one, the way we should rate this, I think they are saying objectively Reg G was the best format. We got to go off what they're saying, so I would say they're saying it was the best format ever. And
like, are you talking about like through different gens and stuff too?
I mean, look, that's what they said. Again, just to go strictly off of what they said.
Okay.
That's the way I'm rating it, because I would say hard disagree on that one. I mean, I'm a huge 2019 Ultra Series enjoyer. 2018 All of those. Didn't really enjoy Sword and Shield, but I even enjoyed other regulations better than Reg G. If we're gonna go that way too.
All right, that's a straightforward. We're gonna get these eventually. And we'll skip through a couple because I mean there's a couple of them. All right, yeah. My boy Tizzle here says Toad Scroll is real in Reg I. I need explanation, bro.
I mean, I'm gonna have to believe that they just took the Koraidon Weezing team, you know. And threw some stuff on there.
I guess. I mean,
I haven't seen it. If by real we mean I've seen it on the ladder, then I have to disagree. But I mean, I'm not gonna say it's bad because I also haven't seen it on the ladder. But
it's a Pokemon that could be played. I mean, I'll give it that. But I mean, what does it do that nothing else does, like without Weezing? You know?
Yeah, no. So
okay.
I'm gonna pass on this one. If you know what I mean.
I'm gonna respectively pass on this one too.
Yeah.
Okay. Terra and OTS have made past formats feel unplayable in comparison. I can see that. Especially OTS, I think. Especially if you're a new
setting.
player.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it would be weird to go back. Like I know people are playing VGC 2018 right now. I haven't, but I feel like it'd be weird to go back and be like, oh yeah, this is a thing. Like certain moves, like return, you know what I mean, or frustration or whatever. Like there's so many moves you don't remember probably now to go back. So like I can see this. This makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those like I said, I'm not sure unplayable is the word I would use. Yeah. I think I would kind of agree though in a sense of like if we had to go back to closed team sheet, I would be thrown for a loop. Like I think that in a fun sense, I still enjoy playing the old formats. Like I think it was 2013. I don't know if you saw they had 2013 on the ladder for a while.
Oh no,
that was fun. I was really bad in 2013, and to play it again and have that chance to be like, can I win any games? You know, was enjoyable.
Yeah.
If it would have been the new competitive format, not so much.
I feel like I think this is the analogy I just came up with. It's like if I let you borrow a BMW for a year and then I'm like, cool man, I need my car back, and you have to go back to driving like a Honda Accord. Like it's not gonna feel as great. I mean, you're driving a better car. So I feel I think that analogy works. I can see where they're coming from. I don't hate this.
Yeah, this is another fair one. I think I will agree. I don't think I've given a hard agree. I think I will agree.
This one just says, I miss you, Xerneas. I don't, because it would be absolutely busted right now.
You know what? I agree. I miss Xerneas. All of my tournament wins were with the Xerneas.
You have what? A regional and a internet with Xerneas?
Both my regionals and my one internet was not because no legendaries. But yeah, all three of the events I won in 2019 were all with Xerneas.
So three of your four titles are all with Xerneas. Yeah,
I'm a fan. What can I say? I got to type. But,
that's fair. I just see like Terra Fairy with Fairy Aura, like Moonblast next to Beads of Ruin, just like being the worst thing ever.
It's fair. I'm not saying maybe I would hate it if it was back, but I miss the thought of Xerneas.
All right. I miss Yveltal. I think Yveltal would be sick right now.
Oh, I know.
But you can't have one without the other. So Saubon says, being a good team builder is not necessary, especially in the modern era where you have tools like Munch Stats, Lab Mouse, team building groups. Your actual player skill is a lot more important. Source, someone who considers themselves a good team builder, but is an ass player. There has to be a little bit of both, I think. Like, I pretty much spent this whole year not really building my own teams, and I'm okay with that. But I really wanted to hone in on my skills. I don't think you have to be a good team builder, but you need to be a good team recognizer for who you are if you're going to be pulling other teams. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I literally think it's very interesting that they're providing that context, that they're coming as someone who think they're a good builder but not so good at playing.
Yeah.
One of the main reasons I think it's important to build, even if you build a team and you do not bring that team anywhere, right? I think it's important to build just so that you can play with other archetypes that you're like not familiar with. And I think that is like the exercise in itself. Like, if you build and it sucks, like that's too bad. But like, you can be like, oh, now I understand why, most Zamazenta teams have a Chen-Pao, because when I built my own and it didn't have a Chen-Pao, this team kind of sucked.
Yeah.
So I think building's a good exercise is basically what I'm getting at. So I guess I agree with this take. Yeah, because I agree. You don't need to be good, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. You should You should be testing your skills.
Open team sheets was the best change for Pokemon made for official tournaments. It's a significant factor in VGC's boom in popularity and high quality gameplay. GCs are and also double take here. GCs are a nice way to maintain the old CTS and accessibility, but OTS should remain the standard going forward. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I
wouldn't even say that's a hot take.
I don't think anybody would really argue with that. I mean, the boom in popularity is half because of, like, I think the content creator age that came up because of how accessible it is to share Switch content onto a capture card. But the other half is because of OTS, right? Like, not saying he wouldn't, but like, you had people coming up like a Justin Tang out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Where, I mean, I know he was playing like singles and draft stuff for a while, but like, there had to be some decent amount of like OTS help that would help a new player like Nicholas Morales too, right? He won Baltimore his first regional. Like, having OTS, having the answers there, not having to play a guessing game and deeply know the meta makes it more accessible, which is cool, and that is definitely helping with tournament turnout.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's just a take. I don't think it's a hot one.
Spitz.
Maybe some people would disagree, but I think it's a hot take is when, like, I don't know, 75% of people would give you a huh, and I think that at least 75% of people agree with this take. Maybe there is a minority that does not agree with it, but I don't think it's too hot.
The dude's name is Spitz, and he's just straight spitting right here. Like, there's no.
Yeah.
Ooh, Incineroar is overhated. Overhated. So I feel like half of it is just like the Wolfie meme. You know what I mean? Like, at this point, it's just a joke on Wolfie's YouTube of like, he hates Incineroar. Obviously, I don't think he really does, because he just keeps winning with it. So like, I think that feels more than it really is. I don't think Incineroar is really that hated.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think so either.
Yeah. I feel like it's the perception based on how Wolfie videos go sometimes.
Yes.
Because he's made that his brand right now, and it's fantastic.
It's true. And I'm all here for it, yeah.
All right, here's the flip side of one of the earlier ones. Dynamax is fun, and Series 12 was a good format. It was fun.
Yeah. If we're going to strictly based off what they say, was Dynamax fun? Yes, I had fun with Dynamax.
I liked making little Pokemon big. Series 12 was a good format by Sword and Shield standards. I'd say so.
Yeah, they didn't say it was great or the best of all time, and so if they say good, I agree.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
You can't fight with good.
Yeah, all right, that's easy. Next one.
I can take there.
See, like, now we're going to start getting into, like, people talking about, like, gimmicks and stuff, because that's really going to be a heat of this thing, because people have a lot to say about it. Terastallization absolutely mogs every other gimmick by a considerable margin, and they're going to hate to have to come up with something pretty good Gen 10 to replace it. Well, who's to say they're going to replace it? They might not. You know, I mean, who knows? I mean, obviously, they probably will, because they need to sell games, even though they'll sell them, but, like... I mean, they brought Megas in Gen 6, and then Megas return in Gen 7. So, like, it could stick around. It could not. I don't know. I think it's the best format, or the best gimmick for competitive. But that also is relying on open team sheet.
It's true. And I mean, again, to be honest, I just kind of agree. I just agree with this take. Like, I think that... it's not that ridiculous of an idea, and I think that either they are gonna come up with something even better, or I'll see on Champions. You know what I mean? I don't know. We'll see where that goes.
See, now we get the other side. Grimnay Dave gets it. I think Incineroar is reasonably balanced, and I have more fun playing formats with it than without it. I don't play Incineroar, so I take your word for it, Dave. But I think Incineroar is fair. They just need to stop giving it so many tools, I think. Like, giving it Parting Shot, then, like, giving, like, Helping Hand. Like, they just keep giving it things. It's like, it doesn't need this. Please stop.
Yeah, that was really weird. Like, when they started that, like, it was so strange seeing that start happening. That's all I have to say. It was strange. It did not need those buffs, and now that it has them, it's still a pretty fair Pokemon. I don't think it's broken by any means. I mean, I think it's... I don't know if it was on purpose, but them giving Zamazenta, like, a real use, it kind of nerfed Incineroar. Gave it a good physical mon that just doesn't care.
And I think, too, I was talking to Zach about this earlier, is like, they gave Incineroar... they gave tools to beat Incineroar. Was it him? Was it you? I guess I can't remember. I was talking to somebody earlier, but like Clear Amulet exists, Covert Cloak exists. Those two items are to deal with Incineroar. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, very basically not like completely directly, but pretty directly.
I mean, you stop the flinch and you stop the intimidate. Like, those are its two big things. So yeah. My buddy Tim says bulky Tornadus is bad and stupid.
Okay, man. I don't need to be rude to Tornadus like that. He could be bulky if he wants.
Timmy's my buddy. He's also he's a Torn Ogre, like, Swordfish player. So I got you, bud.
I'm gonna refer to him. I'm gonna say if he believes it, you know what? Who am I? I'm no Tornadus expert.
Yeah. Swamp says, other than disconnects, GCs are fun and refreshing way to earn championship points. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I don't necessarily disagree.
I wish they had, like, at least Open Terra as an option that I could look at, but yeah. I mean, that's Swamp's spot on. I mean, they're fun. They're fun tournaments. They'll test you, but they're fun.
Yeah, like, I don't hate them. I may change my mind on that if we had to qualify through them.
Yeah, if like our circuit was like the Japan circuit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have a different talk right now if that was the case. But for us, they're fun. It's a fun way to earn points without leaving the house. Yeah. I hate that they can bog down your weekend sometime, but, like, it's not the worst.
It's true.
Fidopez, Incineroar needs to learn Follow Me. Get out of here. Next.
Yeah.
It already gets enough. We already stated that. Restricted mons suck and should stay out of play. I know, Kendall. I mean, I think this is also recency bias. Reg Eye is freaking hard.
Yeah.
And especially, I know a lot of people are experiencing dual restricteds for the first time, so, like, I get it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't necessarily disagree. I think it is very recency based, but I mean, it's not a hot take. I really, personally, maybe we both have hot takes, but I personally like formats without legendaries quite more.
I do too. I like underpowered formats, but you know that already. I just want to click expand, of course. Ooh, this one's interesting by Smim. Terra and Paradox Mons did a ton of heavy lifting to get people into VGC.
That's interesting. I mean, the Paradox, like, maybe because I don't think they're very cool.
I don't think people really got in because they're just like, oh, I like the way Fluttermane looks. Let me play Fluttermane. I think,
well, like I said, at least like one person did.
I mean, there's definitely probably people out there, but I don't think it did a ton of heavy lifting. I think it probably factored into stuff like that. But I mean, like I said, like, I think we're at a day and age where, like, content creators are just like, Wolfie's about to hit 2 million subs, which is insane.
Crazy.
Like, Marcos is at like 200,000, I think, or close to it. Cybertron's at like 200, 300,000. Like, it's just we've just had this boom post COVID, and I think we were all just ready to, like, get into like real life events and stuff, and everything just has snowballed in a way, in a great way.
Yeah.
I'm sure the Terra and Paradox definitely helped, because I mean, Scarlet and Violet was a lot of people's first games, but I mean, I don't know about heavy lifting, but I think it probably factored in, I would say.
That's what I'm saying too, is I'm like, I don't disagree, but I can't speak to it because I don't know.
Booper Duper 15, which I just wanted to say the name, says Overkill is viable on rain teams. My buddy Henry Rich would agree with you.
Yeah.
That was such a sick team. I think Overquill is underexplored. Right? I mean, it's poison, dark, so it like resists like Zama and what's it call it? Like Zama with the freaking Kali Shadow stuff. I think it could be all right. I think it's worth exploring. I think you have to find like, are you choice band, are you life orb, kind of thing. But I think it could be decent.
Yeah, I think that's another one where I'm like, I don't disagree.
I think it's underexplored.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't say it's not.
I can see a Booper. I just want to keep saying Booper. So, you know Adit. I know Adit. We love Adit. Adit, this thing, look at this thing. This thing popped off for 3.8K tweets on this thing. And Adit said, Terra's probably the best format we'll ever have, and so many Pokemon will lose their viability without the ability to change their weaknesses. I mean, I agree. Like, I was thinking about this earlier. Like, I feel like Koraidon's going to be kind of useless without Terra. Because it just has so many weaknesses and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. And then stuff like Miraidon, who probably won't care as much. That thing's still going to be broken. It's always, like, it likes Terra, but not nearly as much as Koraidon. It's very true. Same with stuff like Pagos. Like, Pagos is gone, man.
Oh, Terapagos doesn't exist without Terra. No. Which also kind of leads me back into the thing of, like, maybe Terra doesn't go away. Because, like, they'd have to fix Terapagos somehow. Because that's its whole thing.
Yeah, you're nuking your new mon. Like,
yeah, otherwise, or you just don't put it in a game, but then that makes no freaking sense. All right, Min says closed team sheet is greater than open team sheet.
See, now that's a hot take.
Depends on what you're playing, Min. You go.
Yeah, I was gonna say again. My biggest goal has been take these at fully exactly face value. So if we're speaking in any terms, I would say I gotta disagree, because if we're saying in terms of like anything but strictly fun, I just don't agree. You know what I mean? Like in terms of fun, closed team sheet's fun. I love closed team sheet. I cut a bunch of regionals in closed team sheet. Like, yeah. But then if we're like in terms of anything else, you lost me.
Yeah, I'm with you, especially as a hard trick room player. Like, I need to know if stuff has imprison or taunt. If not, I'm sad. So I like my team sheets if I can have them.
Yeah, and that's why I'm like, I objectively have to disagree. Not hard disagree, because I can see where they're coming from. I've known them for a bit, at least online, and I know they're not, they don't always care about the competitive format. So
okay,
having fun is a goal, and a lot of people can have that.
I read this as girlfriend. I saw GF. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. If Game Freak really does, really do care about competitive Pokemon, like they say, home exclusives and mons that are inaccessible in a game should not ever be allowed to be used in VGC. If there's no way to catch a legendary or anything in Scarlet and Violet, whether from DLCs or in base game in the in-game event, it's banned. I agree. I think it should be more accessible. Like, the fact that, like, you have to have previous games or use Pokemon Go to get stuff like Tornadus, Thundurus, Landorus, Calyrex, all that stuff. Like, Urshifu's in the game, but, like, Zamazentazation's not. Like, that's been, like, I don't even think this is a hot take. I think it's a fair take, because, like, I've been wanting accessibility. If you're gonna let us play with the mons, let Timmy, who just picked up the game a week ago and beat it, be able to get the same mons that I've had, because I've been playing for a decade and collecting and hoarding in my Pokemon home.
I was gonna say, the only thing I have to say is, again, going off based off what they said, I don't think it's necessarily due to, like, a lack of caring. I like to give the benefit of the doubt. I think there's a reason, and it's not because they don't want to. I'm sure there's a logistical reason. Maybe it's sales. Maybe it's someone has said no. It's not the people who care about the competitive or run the competitive scene. I'm sure they've asked for it. I'm sure there have been discussions about that. And unfortunately, it is true that it hasn't happened. But I don't think it's due to Game Freak not caring. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it's a care thing.
That's at least my take.
I don't think it's a care thing. I think it's just. I would just like accessibility. I think they do care about it, but they're just maybe not thinking about the full ramifications of the accessibility.
Yeah.
Chris Rossi says Urshifu is not that broken. I don't know. I can't protect in front of it.
Yeah, I think they must be running Wheezing or something.
It was fine in Dynamax because you could max guard, but it's kind of broken in Scarlet and Violet.
Same thing. I think objectively Urshifu is broken. I don't think that it's overpowered. I don't think that it is it needs a nerf, but broken, and to me just means that it exceeds the level of expectations of other Pokemon. Yeah.
It breaks a fundamental rule of the game, which is protect.
Yeah.
It's not faint, which is doing 2 HP. It's doing Choice Banded, Terra Water, Surging Strikes in the rain. It's
full damage out of the gate.
This one, Ken the Resident Simp. I just want to say that name again.
Yeah.
VGC shouldn't be the primary mode. 6v6 singles should be what Pokemon competitive is. The main games in anime all show singles as the main pinnacle of success. So why is competitive not singles? Let me tell you this, Ken. Do you want to see a Blissey live for 60 minutes? You don't. You don't want to watch
You'll answer that
Toxic
question
Stall.
for him.
What?
Yeah. I said you'll answer that question for him. No.
No, you don't, dude. I'm assuming Ken has never seen 6v6 singles. Those things last. I mean, especially back in the day where there wasn't an overall game timer, those things could last an hour in a single game. You don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to watch that. It's so boring to watch Toxic, Protect, Stealth Rocks, Protect. No, you don't want to watch that, man. It's going to take forever. VGC is exciting, and there's layers to it that are just so dynamic and fun.
Yeah, and some singles can be okay. I understand when people are my singles experience has been great. Why? What are you even talking about? It just not only is it what the company has decided, so who am I, to question it? If VGC was randomly singles, I'd still probably play it. But yeah, no, there's many reasons. Wolf made a really good video on this, actually. I'm pretty sure, or at least he talked about it at one point. The number of possibilities in a VGC game compared to a game of singles.
Yeah.
And the number is, obviously, I'm not as good at statistics or math or whatever you'd say, but the number was way higher because there's just 4 dudes and a lot more options. So,
yeah.
Even if it's not more interesting specifically based on the meta or whatever, it's just there's more stuff. There's more stuff going on, so it goes for more dynamic and quick gameplay, which is always really good.
And I'll give you this too, Ken. And the anime isn't canon, but they've also shown double battles in anime. The main game also has double battles, including the Blueberry Academy, which was all double battles. So
true.
There's a precedent.
True.
Okay, so I feel the name tracks here. So hear me out. Toxicroak's strongest soldier said Toxicroak is actually good. You've won multiple tournaments with Toxicroak. You go.
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree with what they're saying. I know this guy. He's really funny. He gave me a sticker, actually, at NAIC this year. He's always defending it. He told me, unfortunately, he did not bring Toxicroak, though, to NAIC, so my response is, how good could it be? You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he's... That doesn't mean... That means he's not the strongest soldier. He should have done it.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta ride or die by your Pokemon there, man. So this is not a call out, but this is a call out. So
this is not a hot take at all.
Mm-hmm.
Tenki, Game Freak should add Rusty Bottle Cap, which makes your IVs to 0 or simply allow genning. Okay, the first part. Sorry, I didn't read the first. Sorry, the first part's not a hot take. Yeah, add the rusty bottle cap or some way to lower IVs. Like every time I give a rusty bottle cap, it lowers the IV by 1. Right? Because sometimes I need to run like a 12 speed or a 27 speed Amoonguss, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to bottom it out all the way to 0, and breeding for a 27 is a pain in the butt. So I don't. I think you add a rusty bottle cap, dude. Here we go. You add a rusty bottle cap that lowers it by 1 each, and then you add a broken bottle cap which bottoms it out. 2 items.
Yeah, I mean I think that's so easy. It's so easy. It's too easy.
Or simply allow jetting. I don't know if we go there.
Honestly, I'm not sure I go that far.
Yeah.
I think that if they were to implement their own system, it would be much better than that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would just be a question of what do they do, and how do they make it work. But I definitely agree with first part for sure. As
a trick room guy, I'm with you on the first part. Let's make 0 speed a thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here you go, Ash. This is all for you. 2019 Ultra Series was the peak of VGC and the most skill-expressive format that also rewarded strong team building. Pre-Urshifu, pre-Shadow Rider, it's not even debatable how good this format is still. You go. You know it. You said it early without even knowing this was coming.
I completely agree. Yeah, I think that I might not put it number 1, but I literally won 3 tournaments in VGC 2019. So I highly agree that it was very, very skill-expressive. It was, if you remember that video Wolf made about Parrish, and I posted being like, hey, I won a regional with Parrish. And he was like, I don't count that as hard Parrish, which is valid by his standards of what he was basing it on. Yeah. But I was like, I was running a team that had a Xerneas and a Groudon, but like, the way I was able to play that team in Parrish Trap every single game is what made it a Parrish team to me. And Luca would take the exact team, the exact same 6, the exact same sets, and he would run it to a regional or a local and be like, I did not click Parrish Song 1 time. And we would both go undefeated. We would both do super well because it was so skill-based that, it didn't matter. It was so, free range is the wrong word for it, but, it was so open. It was just... mix and match in the best way possible.
It would be cool if they put 2019 VGC on Showdown for next month. Now I want to explore it. Now I'm interested. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, it's such a good format.
Urshifu was not broken. Wrong. Okay, next one. CTS. We're gonna fly through a couple of these now because I think we're getting repeats. Best of 3 closed team sheet ladder is the best way to play VGC. Whoa, closed team sheet. Ho.
Yeah, I don't agree. I don't think, again, if we're going based on what they said, I don't think it's the best way. Do I like best of 3 closed team sheet? I did. I enjoyed when regionals were first moved to best of 3 and we had closed team sheet. That was still fun. Yeah. I didn't really have a problem with it, but it's almost certainly undeniable that open team sheet is just the best way. Yes. Because again, I'll give you closed team sheet, fun all day, no argument there. But if we're saying the best way, come on, man. You gotta be open team sheet. It's just better.
Freeze should be removed altogether. I don't think so.
Yeah.
I know it's annoying.
I think so.
Oh, wait. Hold on. There's a... Yeah. Oh, you have a good freeze story. I've seen that one. You go.
Oh, yeah. Are you talking about the one on stream?
The A-Drive match. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. So I forget the exact board states, but the very long story short of it all is I'm having a great time. I'm playing some good Pokemon. And I'm like, oh, A-Drive has a Scarf Vanillux. I sure hope I don't. Oh, no, every game? Okay, I'll be Blizzard Frozen every game, turn 1. That's cool. So, yeah, literally, I was upset. My sister was upset. She was in the audience. It was so sad. Obviously, A-Drive's a great guy. He was very apologetic about it and, whatever. He was just clicking it to click Blizzard, but, yeah, I think it should be gone. I don't know. Not a hot take. That's what I gotta say.
Yeah, because you you Dynamaxed your Togekiss and he clicked Blizzard and froze your Togekiss, and it just stayed frozen for 5 turns.
Could not move. It was brutal.
Yeah, so I can see how you'd be biased against this. Cruz said closed team sheet best of 3 isn't bad. I agree. It's not bad. I don't think it's the optimal way, but it's not bad.
Yeah, I'll agree with that take. It's not bad.
Yeah, I think that's fine. We should have played Open Terra, not Open Team Sheet. Yes and no. I think if you're going to go closed team sheet, we should at least have Open Terra.
Yeah, and that's not a hot take. I mean, it's definitely a take, but it's not too hot because I can't say I disagree. Oh,
Wiltang, Dynamax was great tapping the sign, and he sends the Wolfie most hated power up in Pokemon thumbnail. Nah, I think Dynamax was great. I think it gets a bad rap. I don't think it was like incredible, but I think it was great. I think it was fun. I wish we had more. I think it would have been different if we had more in-person events over the course of its lifespan. But COVID.
Yeah, I'm very interested where it could have gone, but
yeah. All right, my boy Bravado, hard Trick Room enthusiast. Trick Room is actually requires skill to play, especially in the team builder to counter tech, but it's brushed off because people focus on the results instead of the progress. I mean,
I'll let you take this one.
I'm biased. I agree. I mean, I think that people give it a bad name because it looks easy, right? I click follow me Trick Room and then I just spam moves until I win. It's not that. There are so many little nuances to it and pattern recognition things that go into playing it and really honing your craft with it. And I think that's a big part of why I had success, at least this year, was the fact that I committed to playing it and I just really learned what it does and how it works and like how people respond to me and was able to thrive off of it. And like you said, like especially like team builder to counter tech, like Incineroar was always a problem, and then Brian Collins discovered Clear Amulet Glade can just take care of it. Like, yeah, there's always we always find a way. That's how I put it.
True.
We may be down for a minute, but we will find a way. We're like a weed. We will figure out a way to come up through the grass. I don't know what this means. It really should be its own thing. I don't like how it's slowly becoming the battle part of the post game in Pokemon now.
Okay, I know what they're saying. So,
okay,
I think what they're talking about is that VG. So, this is going to be not a hot take from me, but a little bit of a hot take from me. I think they're talking about how champions should be VGC, and Pokemon Scarlet and Violet should not include doubles-based competitive content.
Well, that's kind of what we're hoping to get out of it anyway, right? We're hoping that.
That's what I'm saying. I think that's just what the take is saying, yeah.
Yeah. I think we're kind of hoping that we move to Champions and then they're able to pack Gen 10 with better post-game content and a whole bunch of fun other stuff that they had to cut to make room or something.
Yeah. Let's find one more hot one.
We're going to go super rapid fire on replies. Tapo Wapo. Red Guy is fun. We should play it for a whole nother year of this format on Scarlet and Violet. Nah, bro.
No. They just like the hard Trick Room stuff they found.
He is so good with his team and what he does, streaming, playing best of one, like closed team sheet. Like he's so good with it, and he loves Cali Ice. But no, Nezzy, Ray F was the best format we've had. I don't think best format, but I think it was a good format.
That's good. Psychic type bottom 2, very funny. I don't disagree. I like that take. Think about it, defensively and offensively, like. The type chart for Psychic is bad.
Dude, Ice and Bug?
What's
worse than Ice and Bug?
I don't know. I think Ice is higher than Psychic. I think Ice is better offensively.
Oh my god. That's just Cali. That's Cali Rex Ice talk.
Yeah, well. And Chen Pao, I mean, I don't know. Every Psychic type terrors away from Psychic type, but like Ice types, they don't always terror away from Ice type.
We're not, but we're just saying overall. We're not saying Terra.
I don't know. I don't know that it changes. I think I still stick with it. Psychic being bottom 2.
Okay. Alex, Reg H is one of the most fun formats because of Sneasler and Blood Moon. Huh. I mean, I don't know because of them, but okay.
Interesting. Yeah. Can't say I agree or disagree there.
Z Bandit, I like Dynamax. It's flawed, and I joined late, but Series 12 was incredibly fun and balanced. I like Series 12. Series 12 was fun. I think it was all right.
Series 12 wasn't bad. Series 12 wasn't bad.
Nah. We got some people coming out.
I would say if somebody played the Invitational when they shadow dropped Cinderace on us like the day before, and we're like, yo, it's legal. I don't know. I just didn't enjoy the earlier Dynamax formats.
Joey with the old Terra is unbalanced mechanic. I don't think that's necessarily. I think that's recency bias.
Yeah, I do too.
There's a two-parter here.
Balanced. I just think it might not be a perfect mechanic, but it's balanced. You know.
Yeah, there's a two-parter here that we need to read together. We're gonna say Pangy gives us the old Dynamax is fun, but Carrie with Clefairy and Terra Fairy Kiss CSR are bad. I believe this since Reg G. And then PatCon with Clefairy and Terra Fairy Kiss CSR are good. I believe this since Reg F.
Who do I believe on this?
Do we go Carrie or Patrick? They both.
Which one's a hotter take, I think, is what we must ask. I feel like saying they're bad is a hot take. I think that they are just good. I'm not saying they're broken, but they're good.
I think Terra Fairy Kiss CSR was better in Reg G than it is now. But that's not what either of them saying. Also, since Reg F makes no sense, CSR wasn't in Reg F, Patrick.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on.
He's just... I just realized that he's just trolling Carrie. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Reg H was trash? Nah. You just didn't like Sneasler, bro. It's okay.
True.
This is a take. VGC is a competitive game in its own right. It's one of the worst things ever created. VGC is a format for casual battles, using whatever Pokemon you like and disregarding the meta. Is some of the most fun Pokemon can be. Unfortunately, it's the only ever the format.
That feels like a Dexit comment. They're like, I want to use my favorites, and if I can't, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Like, they're ignoring the complete competitive aspect of it, to be completely honest. What makes it competitive is a metagame and shifting and things like that.
Yeah, that's the fun part, is figuring that out and solving it.
Yeah.
Speaking of, here's a meta pick for you. Terra Electric Hisidui is one of the best coverage mons for low power formats. All right, let's think about this.
Hard agree. Hard agree.
Hard agree?
Oh, yeah.
With Terra Electric? Why not like Terra Fire?
Because,
I mean, dude, so I'm thinking back to Reg H, the beginning of Reg H, right? Where Decidueye, or Hisui and Decidueye was a thing for a minute. And it was actually kind of sick. I just don't get the Terra Electric.
I just for flying. Like, you don't hit flying types at all.
I guess, yeah. I mean, you go like Terra Blast, I guess.
Yeah, it would be like Terra Blast on that. I mean, I'm not saying like the Terra Electric part is perfect, but it at least, is. I definitely see what they're getting at there.
Nagy says, when the community was small, we knew each other back in 15, 16. Those were the times.
Well, joke's on you. I don't know who you are, so I'm kidding.
I like it. D-Max was better than Megas? Ooh. So...
No.
Yeah, so it depends. If your favorite Pokemon doesn't have a Mega form, then sure.
You know what? Yes, I see where they're coming from.
Incineroar keeps getting strengthened, even though it apparently getting weakened, which is disturbing. How's it getting weakened, bro? It keeps getting everything. Oh, maybe it's getting weakened because of like other moves and abilities, right? People are getting Defiant, like Annihilate and Gyarados, and like Covert Cloak and Clear Amulet. Yeah, but like, I think it's just decent counterplay. Despite invalidating every other offensive fairy type in the formats it's been in, Flutter is cool and an interesting mon. Yeah, that's cool. That's good.
You know what? Yeah, I agree. I really enjoyed when Flutterman was good.
I disagree that it's invalidated every fairy type as a Hatterene main, but yes.
True. I cannot disagree with that one.
Hatterene is fantastic. Also, I mean, Screamtail has also popped off a good bit too. So it's just different usage. Your favorites can be viable. It's not about how good the Pokemon is and how good the player you are. I mean, Ashton, you've you've top forward an event with a Pikachu, right?
Oh yeah.
You bring the weird stuff.
I love Pikachu.
Didn't you win a local with a Jigglypuff once?
I've won multiple locals with Jigglypuff actually, and I think the craziest one I've done is I got finals at a mid-season showdown with Caterpie. That was a fun time.
What? Why? I'm not gonna ask.
It was yeah. Well, let me explain. It was a string shot, right? Max speed Scarf Caterpie, next to a Specs Waterspout Wailord, and this was in a very low power format, and that would do numbers. It did great.
Oh my god. Okay. I did not know that. Terra is the best gimmick we've had, significantly more healthy than competitive than Mega Evolutions ever was. Yeah, we know. I do not like fast Pokemon that are offensively counter themselves with little flexibility. Kartana, Chien-Pao, Fluttermane, CSR. I mean, those are 4 great Mons, though.
It is true. But hey, maybe they're just saying like, I look at this and I don't like playing them. Because I think that's a very valid... You should know that about yourself. You should be like, I don't like hyper offense. I'm more of a, defensive player, or I play Trick Room or something. So yeah, I think that that is a take for themselves, and it is not so hot, and I'm glad they understand what they need.
Yeah, Raiden, you got this, man. Good for you. This one, this is kind of a little bit of a hot take, I think. You should only play 1 archetype per regulation. Understand your team and its lines 1000% are more important than the meta call. So, yes and no. That's what I did basically this whole year, and it worked.
Yeah.
But we made a meta call for NAIC, and I had my best result yet, and I didn't have a single Trick Room button on the team. So, yeah, kind of. I mean, you got to know what you need to do. I think if you're a player starting out, this might be a better call. But if you're a more advanced player that can play more versatile things, being able to call the meta and build around it, it comes with time. But I think that still helps a lot.
Yeah, I think that is a bit more of a hot take, honestly, because it's the same as the last guy. But I'm like, maybe that's their own take. Maybe that's what they need. But I don't know, saying very, what's the word? Very, very broadly, that's what everyone should do I think that's what's hot about that take.
Yeah. All right, you can probably talk to this one too. Mega Kang should have never been created, or should have had its Gen 7 nerf innately. It destroyed the meta in 2014, and I think the reason they started allowing box legendaries so every damn team wasn't copy-pasted. I don't think it was the reason they allowed legendaries, because they did that before Megas, if I remember correctly. There were formats previously. Yeah. Early, 2010.
Early
stuff. Yeah. But I agree. It should have had its nerf initially.
Yeah, Mega Kang has always been unfair. I think Mega Kang was just as unfair as Urshifu, though. I think they're equal. And I think that is post-nerf Mega Kang. But hey, I think that if it came back, which, hint, maybe I think it will in Champions, but whatever. I don't think it'd be that broken. I think it would kind of slot right in. I think it'd be pretty good Pokemon.
I think we have more counterplay to it now, so it wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of freedom in the format.
All right. Temtem is way better and more skilled version of VGC. Sure.
Interesting take. Yeah.
Sure, man. All right, here's the opposite. Mega Kang was never as oppressive as people made it out to be. Even in lower power formats, it's totally manageable. Its power is so often over-exaggerated by people who didn't even play at it against its peak. Doubtably so, because chalk's skewing the meta discussion.
That I agree with. People don't even know what it was like in 2014. I'm sitting down with my 2014 team of Weavile, Charizard, Gigalith, Heliolisk, all that stuff. I open up against Kangaskhan, Talonflame, and I should have just moved on to the next round. It literally never had a chance. Old Talonflame, where every move was priority, and old Kangaskhan, where it hit for 150% damage, it's just ridiculous. It was I couldn't block the priority. He had Sucker Punch, swinging for 150 off of, I believe it's 125 base attack.
Yeah.
Old Kang was broken. And so, I don't know. I think that it's very comparable to Incineroar, right? Where it's so fair, and the people who hate it just don't understand why it's fair, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But it is by no means not broken. It is very broken.
Speaking of broken, evasion is fun. Okay, muck person.
Yeah.
Okay, muck player. It's fun for one of us.
Yes, the game will be fun for me when the game ends.
Okay, this is an interesting one. All signature attacking moves should be 100% accurate to compensate for recent power creep. But there's a lot of weird signature attacking moves. Are we saying that surging strikes, each hit should be... Oh, no, I guess 100% accurate. My brain was just like, you mean 100 power? No, 100% accurate.
Oh, yeah.
I think that Precipice Blades and Origin Pulse are fairly balanced.
I don't know. I think they would really benefit from being 100 accurate. Stuff like Sacred Fire. I think that Origin Pulse and Precipice Blades are definitely at the bottom end of my spectrum of what needs that buff. But Aeroblast, why can that move miss? I don't know. I'm not saying that fixes Lugia, but something's got to go. Something's got to change.
Sacred Fire for Ho.
Yeah, Sacred Fire on Ho that. Not that it fixes the Pokemon, but it would be better. It would certainly be better.
I mean, I would love 100% accurate high horsepower for Mudsdale. I'll tell you that.
Oh, I agree with that.
Because I lost a game in Orlando, missing a high horsepower to win it. Mario Kart Jam. I love Z moves. Okay.
Good for you.
That's my favorite one. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't like legendaries. Reg H was the most fun I had with VGC. That's just a personal take, but I mean,
I mostly agree with it though.
I liked Reg H too. I can't say anything. Yeah. Doing decent with a cool, unique team is way cooler than top cutting with a generic popular team. Ashton, you know both sides of this.
No, top cutting's just cool. I don't think it really matters. I've never been. It is 1% cooler to do it with whatever team you want, but being in the top cut is cool enough. It does not feel much better to do it with your favorite Pokemon than it does to do it with, whatever the heck.
Yeah. This person, Xerneas isn't overpowered. Games Freak shouldn't nerf him, and it's the player who makes Xerneas so amazing. It's pretty overpowered.
I think it would be definitely the best restricted we have.
Right now, 100%.
If it theoretically was right back in the format, if it was just right in the mix with this world's metagame,
Smeargle
it would definitely by far be. Yeah, it would definitely be the best. But I don't know, not by a long shot. I don't really think it would need a nerf. I think it would see high usage, but I'm pretty sure that Miraidon would still outclass it in terms of percent usage. If we're just going strictly based off that.
Yeah. We already saw that one. This person just said Incineroar, but spelt it wrong.
Nice.
VGC is more fun with legendaries illegal.
Yeah. Amoonguss is handsome. That's my guy right there.
Yeah.
You
Gen
get
6 is better than Gen 7. Okay. Amoonguss is handsome.
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
Sure, man. If that's your thing. Cool. Did Dene Reg H should be the permanent rule set? I mean, I'd be cool with that, but it would get boring after a while. I'd be cool with that. Bring in a top 10 most used Pokemon ban format. We had that in Sword and Shield, and it was okay.
I personally really liked it. I think it was very competitive, and I think it was very refreshing, which is something we really needed in that format.
Yeah. Another just Incineroar.
I mean, yeah, thank you, Wolf.
Spelt correctly. Jennings should be allowed. I am about to spend 2 days trying to get 0 IV speed and attack Blood Moon Ursaluna by having a constantly soft reset and replaying the story. The skill of VGC is in the team, not the acquisition. I agree with the second half. It is in the team, not the acquisition.
Yeah, I think this is the same as that last take where we're like, I understand you, I agree with the thought, but
they should just be
Jenning is one of those things where it's like, Jenning is not like but you know what I mean? It is the non-Game Freak created solution that some people use. And in that respect, I think they shouldn't be allowed. Whatever should be allowed would be made by Game Freak. Like, that's it. It just is that simple, where I'm like, I agree with what you're saying, but purely based on where it's coming from, it just can't be correct. Like, that's just how it works.
Yeah, I don't think Jenning should be allowed. I think that we need more accessibility into obtaining Mons.
Yeah, and I think that it's a give and take. Like, we respect their rules, and they give us things. They give us money. I mean, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? But, you know, I think that if they were to implement something like that, I would be very happy. But, yeah.
Yeah. Which kind of goes along with what Ruby's saying. Needing to own the base games plus DLCs to be fully competitive in VGC is not an unreasonable cost of entry. Most competitive games require much more investment than this, whether it's cards and card games or needing a really good PC to play competitive FPS games. So that it's interesting because most people say like it is unreasonable. Like, oh, you mean the fact you have to play Sword and Shield to go get a Calyrex that you need to use now because it's one of the best Mons and beat the game and the DLC is unreasonable. I don't think it's completely unreasonable, but it is a pain in the butt. Like,
yeah, I think it's one of those. It's definitely fair where they're coming from, because I do agree. I mean, I tell people when you know, you tell somebody you played Pokemon and they're like, "Oh wow, the card game," and I'm like, "No." I think it's the reason I tell them when they ask me why is I don't want to buy the new cards, you know, and as valid as that is, though, like, again, our cost is down a lot, so I can understand where their idea is coming from, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah,
they're right. We don't pay for cards. We don't pay for anything else, and the DLC is not really that expensive. But yeah.
Yeah, this is the last one, because I'm not going to show probable spam.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably our best thing, Twitter. This was a funny one. So, not an opinion. Got it out of the way. But, I feel like every time I say Kilowattrel can Oko Cali Ice. But so this was funny because last night my buddy BK replied to it with this fantastic calc.
You know?
And he's not wrong.
You need specs.
+2, Max Modest, Wind Power, Beads of Ruin, Terra Electric, Kilowattrel, Helping Hand, Power Spot, Battery, Electro Ball. Into a max HP 196 Spadef Cali Ice. It does at least 9,000%.
I mean, that'll do it. Like, you could maybe do without Helping Hand, but I mean,
I think either that or Battery you can go. It's one of the two.
It's true.
I just like his response.
We do love KOing Cali Ice. We do love KOing Cali Ice.
I just like the bro's responses. Bro, all you need is specs. What the hell is that?
That's so real.
One. I mean, the old Kilowattrel appearance. You can never go wrong.
I love Kilowattrel. I miss him. That's one of those low power Mons I wish.
Remember when we thought it would be better because we're just like, oh, it's just it's dollar store Zapdos. It's gonna be cool, and then it just wasn't really a thing.
And then it just did not exist even a little bit. Yeah,
good times. But yeah, so that's it. I think you got anything. You want to get off your chest? Any bad takes?
No, looks good to me. I mean, my hottest take was that VGC 2019 thing, and I'm glad we got that representation in there. Somebody out there agrees with me.
Multiple. There were two of them, right? Yeah.
It is true. There were two of them.
Yeah. So you're
spot on. That's my hottest take I got out there.
I was just like, okay, yeah, cool. And then I saw the second one. I'm like, okay, Ashton's on to something. Apparently, that is the best format.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well. You got anything you want to say? We're gonna get up out of here?
No, very cool. I like the idea. It's not something that I personally had really seen anybody ask, you know, and in a very long while. Like, I know there was probably one maybe a year and a half ago, and bringing it back is always a fun time.
Yeah. Well, dude, I appreciate you doing it, man. We'll get up out of here. Do the YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, click buttons, have a Discord. It's in the description. Click that. I got nothing.
Heck yeah.
I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.
Peace.